is medicine. I like to refine that a little bit and add a little bit of nuance. I think that food is definitely a form of medicine. I think it's certainly a form of preventative medicine. It can be used to help prevent conditions like obesity, overweight, type 2 diabetes. That's uncontrovertible fact at this point.
There is a large amount of debate surrounding the best way to get healthy. The keto diet, vegan diet, raw food diet, Atkins diet, and more all dominate blog sites and influencer stories, while doctors recommend a more holistic approach. There is a little bit of truth to every approach. The confusion is valid, though. With so much information out there, most of it conflicting, people are understandably vexed on which diet to follow. Meanwhile, obesity rates climb higher and unhealthy lifestyles kill millions. What can be done? Well, there are some basic principles worth following, no matter your diet. Protein, for example, is great in any diet. But is our culture a little too obsessed with protein? Is it really required to the point it is hyped up by the fitness industry? You only need to visit a supermarket today to see that many now consider protein to be an elixir. Protein balls, cookies, even coffee and water infused with protein can be found on the shelves. In a way, there's nothing wrong with seeing protein as a valuable part of your diet. Along with fats and carbs, it's one of the 3 basic macronutrients, and therein lies the key. It's only one of 3. This hype around protein has forced people to look at fats and carbs with a suspicious eye, and the resulting protein anxiety pushes people to take diets already high in meats, soya, and ultra-processed foods, and dose them with even more of the same foods, simply because they are labeled as high protein, even though many of these products are not even particularly high in protein. According to Max Lugavere, a health and science journalist and the author of Genius Kitchen, The Genius Life, and Genius Foods, there is a specific amount of protein the human body requires, and nothing more than that.
You should be striving for 1.6 grams per kilogram of lean mass or goal weight. And so that's an important distinction. And that breaks down to, in terms of pounds, about 0.7 grams per pound of lean mass or goal weight.
If you're lean, 0.7 to 1 gram per pound of your body weight should be sufficient. If you had 50 pounds of fat mass on you and you wanted to lose it, you'd have to eat 0.7 to 1 times your goal weight minus 50. Whatever number that works out for you specifically is what you should aim for. And you can diversify your sources of protein.
I think protein supplements are great. I personally take them.
Good.
I think it's easy to meet your protein goals with protein shakes, and also whey protein in particular has been shown to support immune function.
If, however, you are skeptical about protein shakes and supplements and are not particularly into meat, foods like mushrooms are rich in protein. Food labeling usually lists protein as just a number, but some proteins have better bioavailability than others, meaning more of them can be utilized by the body. Animal proteins, for example, have high bioavailability, making them an excellent source of building blocks for muscles. Similarly, mycoprotein, which is the fungi-based source of the nutrient found in corn foods, is found to have the same bioavailability as milk proteins. Among the many options out there, Max Lugavere highly recommends lion's mane mushroom, which is a popular mushroom used in nootropics.
A lot of people are talking about lion's mane these days because you can find it in various supplements, but now you're starting to see fresh lion's mane pop up at different supermarkets.
Okay.
And it has the taste and texture of fresh crab. I'm not even kidding you. It's really delicious.
Mushrooms in general are a nutrient-dense and low-calorie food, in addition to containing compounds like beta-glucans, which can support immune function. Certain mushrooms have different micronutrient profiles. Some may have vitamin D depending on where they grow, and some have powerful detoxifying compounds like glutathione, which is a powerful antioxidant. One more superfood for the brain is fish, which is another thing Lugavere swears by.
Fish is medicine when it comes to the brain. We have the most robust body of evidence that the compounds in fish, whether it's the omega-3 fatty acids, preformed, plug and play, ready to go for your brain, or protective antioxidants like astaxanthin, all really, really beneficial from a brain health standpoint.
Salmon is especially known to be highly beneficial for the brain, since it is rich in omega-3 fatty acids. Omega-3 provides more oxygen to the brain, allowing us to retain new information while holding on to old information. Some other fish you could include in your diet could be tuna and herring, which also contain vitamin B12, vital for maintaining healthy nerves and blood vessels. A lack of B12 is known to cause depression, issues with balance, and memory loss, all of which are higher risk factors for seniors.
There have been studies that have shown us that 1 to 2 servings of fish per week can help prevent dementia in people genetically at risk for developing Alzheimer's disease.
Max Lugavere's book also considers the preparation of meals and pushes the point that the way you cook your food, be it fish or mushrooms or anything else, also makes a difference to your nutrition.
It's one of these foods that just for years I've been obsessed with, and humans have been pressing olives to make extra virgin olive oil for thousands of years at this point. It almost is a perfect food.
Most cooking oils, corn, palm, sunflower, are heavily marketed and are easy on the wallet, yet are toxic to our bodies, especially in the amount we are consuming them. Extra virgin olive oil has the heart-healthy monounsaturated fats the body needs, and it's the best kind of fat to consume. Olive oil contains a kind of fat called oleic acid, which is the most abundant fat found in nature. Breast milk, for example, is rich in oleic acid, as is beef and wild salmon. In addition to that, olive oil helps prevent inflammation and is proven to be great for cardiovascular health. But it's not just about cooking. Raw foods hold a host of nutritional benefits, and some misconceptions about them have harmed their standing in recent years.
Listen, fruit's like ingesting sugar in the body. The body doesn't know the difference. I'm going to ask you whether this is true or not. The body doesn't know the difference, so you're going to get some sort of insulin reaction to it.
The truth is, there are different kinds of fruits that can create different types of reactions. On one end, you have low-sugar fruits like avocados, berries, and cucumbers. And on the other end, you have high-sugar tropical fruits like bananas, mangoes, and pineapple. If you lead a sedentary lifestyle or have issues with blood sugar, you may want to limit your intake of high-sugar fruits without cutting them out altogether.
But at the end of the day, fruit is beneficial, and so I don't want to scare anybody away from eating more whole fruit.
Now, if you're working on creating a meal plan every week, it bodes well to understand which foods you should generally avoid and which ones you should absolutely include in your diet.
So I would say avocados are an amazing brain food. They have the highest concentration of fat-protecting antioxidants of any fruit or vegetable.
Avocados have a high concentration of fat out of any fruit or vegetable, and this is of special benefit because the brain is made of fat. And it's not just any kind of fat, but polyunsaturated fats, which are a delicate, damage-prone category of fat, which is why it's important to consume fat-soluble antioxidants to age well cognitively. Another superfood Lugavere recommends including in your diet is eggs, which he calls a cognitive multivitamin. This is because eggs contain choline, an important molecule that serves as the backbone to acetylcholine, which is a neurotransmitter responsible for memory and learning. A single egg yolk contains about 150 milligrams of choline, making eggs a necessary addition to every breakfast. As for the foods you are better off avoiding, Lugavere suggests grain and seed oils, since it's been proven to be detrimental to our health in the long run, and to switch to olive oil instead. He also mentions avoiding one type of food, which is no surprise.
Our almost constant exposure to environmental toxins, so industrially created compounds that have saturated the food supply that we are unwittingly ingesting on a day-to-day basis that's compromising our health.
Several metals, mostly toxic heavy metals like cadmium, mercury, lead, and polychlorinated biphenyl, or PCB, enter through the industrial environment and into our food supply. Plants form the base of the food chain, and they can easily absorb toxic substances from the soil, contaminating our fruits and vegetables, and in some cases, seafood. Pesticides that are used for plant protection also enter the food chain, and human exposure to these chemicals has proved to cause a wide array of health problems, including immune suppression, hormone disruption, cancer, and reproductive abnormalities. There are approximately 3 billion kilograms of pesticides applied every year around the world, which poses a serious threat to our health. It may be virtually unavoidable, as these foods make up a bulk of our food supply. But Lugavere believes we can minimize the risks if we are more aware of where our foods come from and reduce our consumption of foods that come in plastic packages.
To reduce their reliance on foods that come in plastic packages, and to minimize their storing of food in plastic packages, and certainly the reheating of food in plastic packages.
Eating healthy may be a challenge for some and confusing for others, but if you follow these basic principles, you can achieve your goals no matter the diet you are sticking to. A lot of this information can apply whether you're staying vegan, keto, or have specific dietary restrictions. If this video helped you, share it with someone you care about. And don't forget to subscribe to the Be Inspired channel for more educational and motivational content. Thanks for watching.